All right, so welcome to the fourth podcast of Call of the Night. Uh, we are it is just us as per usual. Today we're gonna be talking about just again just Vanguard stuff lah, basically.
Okay. What what's up?
Yeah. What you want to start first, actually?
We can just start off with today's episode that was just released today. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, not gonna lie, I was kinda disappointed how they portray Yu's fight against Daxa's fight. Not gonna lie. I was
Yeah.
kinda disappointed. Like the only thing that I was like, I think everyone was already hyped up for was the fight where everyone's all like, oh my god, we're going to get to see the new Verena, we're going to see what the new effect does, the cost and everything, and it's going to push Jiva up in the tier list. And then we got,
We got nothing.
and we just saw Yu just get completely stomped by Office Mask.
Yep.
Which is by the way, in the Japanese meta, is one of the strongest which is one of the strongest decks right now in the Japanese meta. Currently right now in this set 12 meta. It is a really good deck.
Ooh.
Honestly, I don't know why people are still sleeping on it, but it is still a good deck. But
Ooh.
it's just the way they portrayed the whole situation. I was like, God damn it, are you kidding me? Like, why of all things
Who
you guys
who
have to
who
do this to
who
us?
who thought it was a good idea?
I don't know. Like, apparently, I was chatting this with my friend before we started this podcast, right? Apparently, they just want to, keep the hype fight up, keep the what is it like, save the hype up when Yu versus Giyu fight happen. Which is literally just going to be like, I'm just going to be honest with you, the freaking fight is going to happen the day after the set is released.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
That's just
yeah, yeah.
fucked up, man. That's just fucked up because the set 13 is coming out. It's coming out in like what 3 weeks time. So yeah,
Ah, yeah.
which is like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, why don't you just release the card now? Then you can like just save the trouble for us, man. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
It's just so fucked up, man. Oh my god. But yeah, but I do like the new double rare that was released in the for Office Mask. It's actually a pretty good card. Not gonna lie, it's a not bad, but apparently it's very good in playing in Vortex.
In what?
In Gifo Gila Vortex. It's actually a very good card. Some people did
Oh,
speculate that the card is actually very good in Vortex. So the people in chat who don't know what the new card is that was released in the anime is called Skew Pain Dragon. The effect is when this unit attacks a Vanguard, costs counterblast 1, and for every 5 total grades of your set orders in your order zone, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. And this unit gets plus 5 until the end of battle. And it gets 10k if the total grade is 10. So if my preservation is correct, if you have like 10 or more grades, you can actually like retire like 2 rear guards, is it? I'm not too sure.
yeah. It's every five you retire one. So if you're 10, so if you're 10, so
Retire.
if you're grade 10, you retire two. Yeah.
Yeah, so this can play well in the Gifo Gila Vortex order card, which is this token, which is actually not from deck. So you play with that, you can actually retire 2, and then this unit is like another 10k if you have like Dragon Tree with it. And Dragon Tree markers, apparently with Vortex now you can stack consistently, you'll be at least like a 30k beater.
Yeah.
It's fucking pain in the ass. But yeah, okay, let's just agree that this episode for Wheel Dress is this episode that was released today for Wheel Dress is kind of poo-poo.
It's just bad. Yeah.
It is bad. But the next 2 episodes, please do not let me down, man. I wanna see
Mm.
I wanna see my Youthberg, man.
Yeah. I want to see both the new Uber and the new Leonon like in play.
Oh yeah, like let's see what those two are gonna do. So I guess enough talking for the episode. Let's just talk about our kind of like our local Vanguard shop experience, Tony. So how do you want to start this first?
I guess you can start first because you have more experience than me.
So I want to just say that I think I'm just cursed in this. I think I can't go past through like my first round curse. That is just fucking fucked up. I don't know why, but I can't get past through my first round curse. Apparently, that's just been the thing for me since the start of I think since the start of 2021. I guess like I cannot even go past through first round. I don't know why, but like I don't know. Like everyone around me is able to do it, but like I'm the only one that's unable to. So like what the fuck? Like I mean, you were there when I was playing in when
Yeah,
I went back.
I was there. I was there when I
Yeah,
was
it's like
when
a
he was
four
playing,
hiatus.
and he got cucked over so badly.
I got cut. That is like probably one of the worst cut experience I had in my entire life.
Yeah, that's so bad.
I thought my 2020 experience was worse, but this is just next level. So chat, just to give you like a give context. So I got like first round pair with a guy with a Minerva deck, and I should have won that game, but the guy put a 6 OT heal in front of my face, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And the next matchup I lost is to a Bisu matchup, which is a deck that I don't really know much of, but I lost because of just of misplays and also like just unlucky timing. So yeah,
Mm.
it's just really bad. I think it was just kind of just a learning experience for me, I guess, cause I got like cause I haven't really played much of Vanguard local shop tourneys in a while, cause of in real life stuff that's happening. So yeah. I mean, you can share now your experience though, since I already shared my part.
My experience, I've only played like in total just one just locals,
Mm-hmm.
and then I immediately like jumped into BCS, like all the short tournaments.
How was your VCS experience actually? Not gonna lie.
I honestly went better than I thought.
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, I played Gandiva, but I was expecting myself to get rolled. Honestly, I had like no confidence coming into.
You have like zero expectation of yourself, but you did better
Yeah,
than
yeah. I was like,
expected.
oh wow, okay, I did better than I thought,
Mm-hmm.
and
But we just
yeah, and we list and we and every and I have a very bad losing streak against Willista.
it's just a backtrack. And some of the fun fact for me is that apparently in the Japanese meta, Willistra is still considered to be good in Japan in the Japanese standard in the Japanese players, but it is not that good in like when you bring the deck over because apparently who was it different fight. I'm not sure if you guys watch his channel, but he's one of the best like Vanguard content creators out there to watch as he has done like a lot of like deck review. Like he does like quite a lot of like shop Tony experience, and then he also share his own experience. He did mention that in the one of the recent like WGP tournaments in Japan, he was contemplating on building Willistra, but when he was playing against his opponent who was playing the Willistra, his opponent showed him why he should not have brought Willistra to the deck into the tourney because of how breaky the deck is.
Yeah.
It was actually just quite. He mentioned it was quite brick heavy, which I didn't really understand much of it because like I didn't really. I don't think most of my friends play any lyrical deck or any Vilistra decks because I don't know. All just seems to play like Minerva is still pretty strong in this meta. Gandiva is still one of the most like dominating Dragon Empire decks in the game right now. And Bastion Accord is the one that is the one that I think took over by storm, which is what everybody was and which was the one that people were very unexpected by. Which is actually just going to bring us to this next topic. It's about this current meta in this set 12 meta. Honestly, Gamonic, what are your thoughts of this like current set 12 meta? Even though you did see me play with it briefly.
Um, I think the most I think the clan that got the most buff was Keeter and Dragon Empire.
Cater and Dragon.
Yeah.
I can agree. I can agree. Cater and Dragon got one of the best supports.
Stoichia, eh.
So it
Bra-
gets a bit of the meh support. Dragon's kind
Blanket
of
Dark
meh.
says I don't know much about those.
No, Brangate apparently for Brangate, the only thing that is just the hardest to play, it is just really just straight up just bad is from what I heard from the online community from Twitter and Reddit
The
resources
evil
being
eye.
posted. No, it's not Evil Eye. For Brangate, the one of the worst decks to play is which one was it again? I have it's the meteor deck. I don't know
Oh
what's the freaking name of the deck. Gravidia,
Gravidia.
thank you. Gravidia, yes, Gravidia. Apparently, Gravidia Mask isn't that good as people expected it to be because the deck is just very too clunky to play. It's just too
Mm.
clunky to play, and Office Mask is the one deck that people have been starting to. It was actually really strong at the start, but now it's actually getting a little bit of a resurgence right now because there have been some Japanese leagues that have been topping in Japan.
Hmm. I see. I
It's on
see.
the topping list. For Dark States, I think Dark States is
There's only evil eye lah.
Evil Eye is probably the best among the best, but like
Yeah.
even though you do see that there's not much Evil Eye being played in the WGP because of how fast the format is right now. I'm not sure if you notice it, but
Yeah. Evil eye
it's
is
very,
very like controlly.
it's controlly, but you need to but the problem with okay, so this is the thing about Evil Eye that I noticed about Evil Eye is that why people if I remember we were doing our tier list for the we did
Yeah.
our tier list for the mass decks we mentioned that Evil Eye is one of the best decks out there and
Yeah.
And one of the things that I think, and that one of the things that people may think is that if Eva is so good, why isn't people playing it? Is because one, the meta is super fast paced right now. Like you see Bastion and Gandiva can immediately first turn do their own shenanigans pretty fast. While Bastion is sort of a little bit need to you kind of need to go second to activate his full power, but going first with a Cord is already like 4 attacks for free is already kind of like is pretty damn good, honestly, to me. Like I honestly take the 4 attacks for free just like that. And for Gandiva, the only annoying thing about Gandiva is that they can like high roll the fuck out of you really early if you have the right hand to do all the setup shenanigans. And
Yeah.
the bind zone is just the big power spike issue that can just scale out of control with it.
Yeah.
Well, for Evil Eye, I would have to say is that it's just a control deck, but the one thing I've learned about when playtesting against the Evil Eye with my friend is that you cannot drag this deck to late game. If you drag this deck to late game, you are screwed unless
Yeah.
you have a deck that can just like one shot the whole deck. Oh yeah, which is Dredgewell. Speaking of which, I still think Dredgewell is still a really good deck in this meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still a really good deck. I
Because
play against
like the amount of pressure it can give, because it can multi attack, and then just it can multi attack, gain a crit, and lower your opponent's power.
it's decreased to 1.
Yeah.
It's just decreased. So yeah. That's the beauty of Dredgewell, I would say. And surprisingly, in the next set, Dredgewell will still be a good deck too, which is another underrated. I wouldn't say it's an underrated deck, but it's a deck that has gone under a lot of people's radar ever since set 10 was out.
Yeah.
And speaking of like prediction set, since speaking of like this current meta, right? Apparently, this meta, the one of the most popular right lines right now, in from what I've seen this in Twitter earlier today. The most popular right line I see is being abused in the one of the recent Japanese tournament is actually Bastion Accord, and the tournament record apparently there's like I can't remember how many was it, but it was actually a pie chart showing that there are like 38 Bastion users.
Huh? So many
38
Bastion
Bastion
users?
Yeah, 38 Bastion users, and the other two tied for the second are Willistra and Gandiva at 36.
Wow.
And the rest, I think, and then the other pie chart is everything else. Wait, I need to look at the pie chart again first. Twitter, just
That's
give me a moment.
that's very surprising.
I need to find it first. Yeah, that's the one thing that I was very surprised by is like how much is by the Bastion popularity. I thought that like I mean like I knew that Bastion was going to be I mean a lot of people and I myself included kind of expected Bastion to be really good, but it's just
I think it probably also cause the fact that with Bastion you don't need to specifically dry check a great cheat. You can just stand. There's no you can just restand. There's no like condition for it.
yeah, but the only thing that I think that makes the deck kind of would you say that you just say Accord is that brain dead to play according to some people?
Not
Would you
really.
say Accord is
Not
brain dead?
really. It's honestly quite flexible.
It's a very flexible
It's
deck,
flexible.
exactly.
It's flexible.
Because like apparently okay, so just to give you guys a chat people context, right? There was this one guy who was at who was like I think yeah, if I'm not wrong, he was a regular at Royal Shop Tony. I wasn't there, but at the time when Setfall was first out, he literally whined and said Bastion and Bruce players are a bunch of brain dead players.
I mean, okay, whoever say who, okay, oh wait, Boost being brain dead is just like what? No.
It's inexcusable. That you need to have actually have a brain to pilot the deck. You need to have a brain to pilot the deck. Bastion, the only thing I will say is that you need to plan your grade 2 and your early game well. That's the only thing I can say. Cause I'm
Yeah.
a Bastion player and I know what the fuck to do and I need cause I'm the Bastion players and you have no right to call us brain dead players because you have no idea what is it like to play in like the early games and
Yeah.
shit. So yeah. And so yeah, that's just fucking just retard. It's just fucking stupid, not gonna lie. And speaking of like Bastion, right? I have been playtesting the deck a lot recently, and I mod the deck. Now I've been playtesting with the Blaster right line, which is actually adds a little bit more like flexibility. Now you don't need to reveal your great trees in front of your opponent's faces.
Yeah.
And
You
Twin
can,
Drive,
yeah, you can just twin drive.
yeah, the Twin Drive is just too. Oh, the Twin Drive is just a chef's kiss part of the deck. It's so chef's
Yeah.
kiss. I don't know, like I haven't had fun in such a I hadn't had fun with the Buster Red Line deck for such a long time. It's just too fun to play. And another thing about what is it in this meta, I was just say I guess this meta just really nothing has changed. It's just that Accord just kind of took the kind of just bring the deck up to took the meta by storm, I guess. Gandiva is still standard Gandiva is still going to be one of the best decks going to the long term meta, I would say. So yeah, very much just nothing has changed, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, which brings us to this like next topic which we discuss is the set 13, which is like what set 13 is going to be. So I actually have a general question to ask you. What are your thoughts of the set 13 support the cards have been released so far? Because we are all getting this new generic card effect, the new grade 3 generic card effect. What are your thoughts of it so far?
Wait, the ninja. Oh, the one where what? Wait, the one is like with all the strike and stuff.
Yeah, when you discard it as a strike, you can use it to discard for strike cost,
Honestly, I think
and
this would be
one of the weakest generic
because
supports, I would
yeah.
say. Yeah, you would say that too. It's like
Cause it's just the
if you,
fact. It's just the fact that. It's just the
I
fact that strike. I think strike forders are just better.
And also another thing I do want to give another context is that compared to all the generic supports that was released from set 10, set 11, and even set 12, right, this is probably the weakest wave of generic supports, I would say.
Yeah. The
It's
the
probably the
the, the
weakest
cycle
wave.
the cycle cards are probably are probably the best generics they've released so
Cycle
far.
cards, cycle cards followed by the 5 nation cats.
Five Nation
If you have to
Cats.
go
Oh
the
yeah, okay.
the 5 nation cards, the set 12 generic. So if I have to go generic tier list on which is the best generic, so it'll be cycle cards at the first, then the set 12 generic cats, and then the set 11 order generic cards.
Yeah.
And the grade 3 of this, I
Cause
think, has to
yeah,
be the
yeah no
weakest.
because the great one good of the set 11 generics, like, even if you don't run the like any orders, the second skill is still pretty good.
Yeah, the second skill effect is pretty good. A free 20k shield, and
Yeah.
also like most of the
Like
effects are pretty decent. I would say actually probably the best, if I'll probably say the best of the all of the 5 generic cat supports are probably the cater and the it's probably cater and dark states and
yeah.
followed by dragon
The
fire.
no
It's
Dragon
just
Fire
like
I think is just
meh. It's just
it's
meh.
okay, like
Is it
sure.
better than Stoic KR?
Wait, hang on, what the story can do again?
No, because the Stoic KR one, a lot of my friends say it's pretty shit. The main effect is pretty
Wait,
shit.
see. I never really get it. I never really... Oh, if your draw is a Blitz order, yeah, no, that's yeah, it's basically because you basically need to find a Blitz order. And you don't run Blitz orders. It's the only Blitz order. The only deck that run Blitz
Wait,
orders
wait, wait, wait.
is freaking
Wait,
Zogga.
wait, Blitz orders? I thought we were talking about the set 12 generic.
Oh,
The
I thought
Stoicaire
talking about set
generic.
11 generic. The
No, I'm not talking about set 11. I'm not talking about set 11
oh
generic.
I'm looking at the wrong one.
Bruh, you son of a bruh, you
Oops.
actual degen son of a bitch.
Wait.
You
Let me
actual degen son of a bitch. Like, what the fuck,
oh,
dude?
sorry about that. Let me see this first. Also, just to 2 you need to get. Yeah. Wait. What? Wait. Yeah. Wait. That's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Would you rather say this is better than Dragon Fire?
No.
No, I mean, you get to at least have a draw one though, which is actually better than nothing.
Yeah. I guess.
And the story, oh yeah, we literally talked about this. We literally left out Brangate. Brangate is actually pretty okay, I guess. You just get like a set order back from a drop to your hand.
Oh,
That's just
that's not bad considering most of the brand games run set orders.
yeah, but it's just
You have
I
the
don't know.
space. You have the space. That's it's one of the
You have
best.
the
It's one of the
space
best ones to
and
put in.
yeah, you have the space for it lah. But yeah, this meta I just feels like I don't know. The cycle cards I'm not that impressed by. Skill wise, the new cards that were released so far, Zogga just feels like I don't know if you have the space to run it. That's the freaking thing.
No, Zogga. I think Zogga has the space to run for it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, not the
Especially
generic
since
cards. I mean the new support. I'm saying the new support for Zogga. Because
the-
apparently there's this new double rare card that has the effect of when you are if you're being forced when you cast an order, if the effect of the order is said that you need to discard an order card to activate it, this card is actually treated as an order card when you discard it.
what?
Yeah, like okay, you remember the Wandering of Soul Spirits, the one that gives your Vanguard plus additional drive,
Ah, yeah.
where the cost effect is that you need to discard an order in order to plot it. So this new double rare kind of treats it as an order when you discard it.
Oh,
I mean, it's a good card, but the question is that we've gotten because the Zoga list that I've seen that have been topping in Japan and English don't run that card because it just takes too much space and also cost and the cost is just too restrictive.
Oh, yeah.
And also another thing is that like one more thing I also want to take in consideration is that the Dark State supports for next set I think is going to be one of the best supports because Evil Eye and Unica are getting new support.
Oh.
And I think one of the strongest, and I think Yahon, Youthberg, and Jiva will probably get one of the best supports from this set, but we just
Yeah.
don't know what the impact is. So, thank you Bushi for delaying Jiva's review all the way after the set is being reviewed.
Yeah.
Thank you Bushi. Thank you
But
Bushi. That's
honestly,
why
well, honestly, it makes on, but at least it makes it slightly more.
anticipation for the hype up,
Yeah,
but it's just too long. It's just too long, man. Just
like
only
yeah, actually
only
that's true. Why can't just reveal it immediately?
yeah, why can't you just do it today? But apparently watching the episode, apparently you discover his weakness, which is sort of him discovering that he almost became uniformous.
Oh.
Apparently, which is sort of like a nice little touch, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel so salty they didn't reveal the new Nirvana immediately, man. Like what the fuck? Just reveal us that new card, man.
Yeah.
We've been waiting. I mean, you revealed us that card for like what 3 months, and everybody's been so hyped up for it. But then you're just delaying the hype all the way to the end.
Yeah. Like what the hell?
Like, just come on, man, come on. But yeah, I do think I think set 13 is gonna be a really a hype set. My friend is really hyped for it because he has a Liao Hon deck and he's two of his Dark State baby decks ready for set 13 already.
Oh.
And also another deck that I do think will be really underrated, but I don't think will be competitive meta, but I do think will be good is the new Olden deck.
The new order. Oh.
You know, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I will admit, it's actually, I did playtest the deck. I wasn't really too sure how the deck will work, but the more when I planned the list out, I realized, understood that actually this deck is actually pretty good. It's just that you need to know how to manage your soul, because the deck soul is so freaking heavy, the cost. It
Mm.
is really fucking heavy of all the decks I've played so far, but I do think it's a really good deck to play. It's a deck that I can worth to play test it when it's out. But definitely I want to play test is Youthberg and Olden.
Oh.
And maybe the new Jiva, I may be considering getting it, but I also don't know if it's worth it to get it
I
now.
actually no. By the time, no actually no. English one will come out like freaking December.
Yeah, exactly. It's English, so we never talk about English. So yeah.
Yeah.
And also talking about like another thing from set 13, right? Vartex is actually. Can I just say that when I play test Vartex against my friend, I want to say that that deck
Wait.
is
Playtest what?
we play test against Gifogila Vartex. We proxy the deck. We proxy quite the new Gifogila Vartex from set 13.
Oh.
We played
Oh.
tested it, and the deck is how do I put it in like the nicest way for you to understand? How
How
should I put it?
how
It's
how?
you need to have a brain to pilot the deck. That's you need to actually have a brain to pilot the deck. Not gonna lie,
Hmm.
it is one of the hardest decks to play. And I play tested, and I did self play. I did try to play the Dragon Empire version of the deck. My friend literally got the whole entire Dragon Empire Dragon Tree deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the deck, and I'm like, bro, I can't pilot this deck as well as my friend did. Then he said, right, he literally said, I think Dragon Empire don't like you. Like, I mean, it's kind of true because I mainly play Cater Sanctuary. I mean, I did play Dragon Empire in some point in my life because I played Jiva. I know I played Nirvana at some point, but then
Oh.
after that I gave up. Then I just stick to one nation that I'm really consider I'm going to be good at instead of supporting double nation instead. So yeah. Yeah, also another thing about Vertex is that when we were playtesting against Vertex with my friend, I'll just say one thing. The moment the deck hits like 10 Hydragram or 10 with a total of 10 Hydragrams and Dragon Tree markers in the field, you better pray that you have like units that can hit over the 28k base.
Oh yeah, cause of the.
That 28k base is so annoying to play. It's such a big hurdle to go through. Like I told my friend that deck is freaking MLB is like playing against MLB but on steroids.
Oh.
It's kind of true though because MLB is 18k base if the V is 18k base and
Yeah.
the Cortex is 28k, and then when it's on its turn it's a 38k base double crit. That is like what the fuck is that? And then also another thing about Vertex, right, when you play playtest, right, is that
Mm-hmm.
the deck now you can play the over trigger back in the deck.
Put the over trigger back in the deck.
No, you don't need to play over trigger in the right deck already. It's literally
Oh,
part of your main deck again. So
ah, yeah. I see, I see.
it's not so it's not so like not so like back in the old days in the old Grifo Gila deck you have to discard, you have to remove all your Clementi cards to your right, banish all your Clementi cards from your right deck. Right deck now is already like you can actually accelerate faster by placing the over trigger in the right deck.
Yeah.
So by from your deck to the right deck, which is kind of like pretty scary to play against with. But also another thing about when me and my friend were discussing about Vortex, right, is that the deck one weakness is against rush control decks. Big
Oh,
power spike rush decks. And another thing that my friend play tested was that he actually play test against one guy who was play testing against Vortex. He used Dredgewer against the deck, and he was right. Dredgewer can counter Vortex.
because Jojo can just set whatever power it is to 1-1. So
And also you also get the crit power if you like 1 second
yeah.
you obviously
So
beat
technically for
power.
Jojo it doesn't really matter like, how much power your opponent has.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because you just reset the power to 1. I keep forgetting that Dredgewer is a fucking I keep forgetting that Dredgewer is a fucking factor in this game. That's the one thing I keep forgetting
Yeah.
about it. And yeah, so Vertex pretty so another thing about Vertex I also want to take in consideration that I also mentioned is that if you have a deck that can fight against in the early game, right, you might as well just abuse the fuck out of it because if you store that deck out in the late game, that deck is going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That is the one pet peeve of it, lah. So yeah, I would do say that I think Vortex is a. I would just say Vortex is a. It's not say it's like a huge upgrade, but the deck does still have its own flaws. Like having issues is like I would still say it's like against early game decks like Bastion, Gandiva are still like the big question marks. Against the Vortex matchup, I would say if you say Vortex my weakest matchup, I'll probably say Gandiva, and I'll still say
Actually,
Gandiva
yeah.
probably like one of the
Because Gandiva can blow your opponent and Bastion can rush pretty quickly.
pretty quickly. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing is it. But we have to see well, we have to play test against it when set 13 comes out actually, which is in 3 weeks time. So yeah.
You know, speaking of which, I wish like all the other like all the earlier set like all the earlier set bosses like they get
A new
like
form.
a new form because
Yeah,
cause
that's
cause if Hexo Orb got a like Hexo Orb of all things got a new form.
yeah, that's true. Hexer or Bastion, Bruce,
Yeah.
Jiva. Right now, there's only just left is Eugene God Old Dare save this fucking deck
And you
from
know
this
Eugene
fucking.
and Barrel Magnus.
No, I think Barrow is already pretty good. Not gonna lie. I think Barrow's pretty okay. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I think the one that people have been dying to save the deck the most is Eugene from set one, like
Yeah.
from the set one
If
meta.
you okay, I'll tell you first. If Eugene gets a new form, I will build that deck.
You will build the
I
deck.
will build the
Okay.
deck if Eugene gets a new form.
I mean, like the deck
As
was.
a Dragon player, I will build the deck.
No, I mean, like the deck was so hard cope in the first set. Like I think it was one of the
Yeah.
weaker. It was like so hard cope. Like everyone was all like begging to save this deck.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh sure, okay, let's do to retire rear guard. Okay, so what's
I would say like in terms of I think I mentioned this to my friend before, right? If Gandiva is the dream deck, that I think Gandiva deck is a dream of every Eugene player's dream. Is what they
yeah,
could have
it
Eugene could
is.
have been.
It is actually.
Uh, Also another two decks that I do want to say from the original set 5, the starter decks will be that everyone wants to see new support is Magnolia and Seraph.
Magnolia and oh yeah.
I mean
Oh
people have been dying to see that.
Sarah definitely needs a new form.
Yeah, apparently for some reason, I've been hearing in the Japanese forums that Seraph, the new Grade 2 and the new promo, no, actually not the new promo, sorry, the new double rare and the new promo is actually sort of the main carry of the new build of Seraph Pure Light that has been taking over the meta right now
Huh.
in Japan. It's not many thoughts, but it's not say that like they're topping, they're winning in
But it's still
every
but it's playable in a
everywhere.
way.
It's playable. It's just that the only one thing that fucking restricts the whole entire deck is the G4 when placed effect. That's the only thing that I will still say. That card is just too restrictive, I would say.
Yeah, the fact that you need 10 cards in the prison is slightly. It's like
No, I mean it's possible now with the new support. It is much
Oh
possible, but it's just that to do it from like a hand that barely with a deck that barely like allows you to build your that allows you to like farm your hand size, because like the one thing when I know this is a little bit of an old topic, this is a really of an old set, like I think it was in set 4, but when I was playing in set 4, when I play tested the when I tried to when I borrowed my friend's Seraph Perlite deck, when I play tested my when I played it for myself, I noticed the one issue with the deck that is where it's very common from Verena and that is different from Nirvana and Bastion is that Nirvana and Bastion have their own farm resources. This deck does not have any farm resources to get their resources ASAP. Like there's no draw engine at all. Only draw
yeah,
engine for the whole entire deck
it's
is
just
just draw.
it's
It's just
just
draw.
it's a control one trick.
It's a control. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's I think it's a two control one trick. I'll say it's two control one trick. Because if you were to say right of all the control decks I've played, CBD has some decent control, has some decent farm because of the strides in the premium that you can allow to draw with. CBD has some decent farm and some decent aggro.
wait, CBD. Oh,
Chaos
Chaos
Breaker.
Breaker. Chaos
Because
Breaker.
I playtested Chaos and I noticed that Chaos the farm isn't like I know Chaos is not meant to rush, but it has some decent aggro and it also has some decent
Yeah,
and the control is the only thing that is annoying about it. If you had to tell me right, which area I get controlled by, I'll still say Prison. I'll take Prison over Lock any other day of the league because Lock is
yeah,
just such a it's still such a I will still say up to this day, onto this point, I was to say, Lock is such a niche mechanic to play around against. It is one of the hardest mechanics to play around in Vanguard until
yeah. The fact and also the fact that for Link Joker they introduced like a grade 4 30k beater.
that one's only for Messiah. That's only for
Oh, that's
Messiah.
I mean even though it's only for Messiah, but it's still. But the
Yeah, it's
fact
still
that
pretty
it
pain.
saved Messiah, like it's just like
It's pretty pain to play against. Honestly,
yeah,
I get
it's
what you mean. I get what you mean. It's really annoying to play around against it. So yeah. Also another thing about this, what I want to discuss right is that what else I want to discuss? From this set, there have been quite a lot of people aren't really that happy with this current meta right now. The Twitter people have been saying that, different fight. He posted this tweet earlier today. He's saying that this meta is just too fast paced because Bastion and Ganiva are just like too fast. One of the most fastest deck that can like if you go first, like even though Bastion you aren't able to get the twin drive, but you're able to just pull out 4 attacks for free is just kind of really like
yeah.
pain, especially the new double rare for Bastion, Grand Age Dragon. Oh, that is very honestly one of the best double rares I think Bastion has received.
Oh yeah. The fact that it just gets plus 10k for free.
If you have a Bastion Vanguard.
Yeah. And it can also act and it also can act as a defender to like surprise your opponents.
Yeah, it's like a free 10k shield, but you also plus his own Bastion Accord, and also plus this Bastion Accord passive effect, which gives your whole front row plus 5k, and also not to
Yeah.
be affected by none
It,
of
it's
your
it's
opponent's
already it's already
effect.
like by itself it's a 28k beater.
No,
Which is those magic
28,
numbers.
28k beater and also a 28k defensive card by
Yeah.
itself. That's
Yeah.
the one thing that I would say it's actually pretty fun to play against, to just to fuck my opponents up with. That's just fun. Yeah, actually honestly it's just quite fun to play. Honestly, I actually don't really mind the change, but like I don't think that. But the one thing about the deck that I noticed when I was playing against the flaws when I was playtesting against Vartex, right, is that yeah, one way to beat the deck is that you just need to commit boosters to just get rid of it. That's the only thing I noticed.
Oh.
Because you're forced to commit yourself more hands to do it. Because even though you're not being, even though your units aren't getting targeted by retire, bind, or putting into soul, barrel magnet,
Mhm.
barrel effect, by the way,
Yeah.
you can still beat it, but you just need to have hit the right magic number to beat it. That's it. Also speaking of which, right, set 14, which is like people have been speculating, it's been coming out around earlier this December, is that there's gonna be the new glitter support.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it before.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I'm actually like, I know it's a little
Yeah.
bit like stretched, but kind of excited to see what the new glitter support is going to do with the upgrade the new current
Yeah.
glitter deck.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be especially excited for like the Tekoya support.
And also new encounters.
Oh,
I think that's the one that everybody's like
these
really just hyped to
new
see.
encounters.
And also speaking of which, right, I wanted to mention, right, somebody mentioned this tweet earlier this year, right? Around this tweet, somebody mentioned that that we mentioned that we kind of didn't like the loss that you lost, but this is actually a very interesting take somebody posted in Twitter, and I just saw this post. This is what he said, and this
What?
is like what the animator said. So this is what he said after watching the episode. This way, the way they portrayed the Yu's loss to Zaka are interesting. Rather than losing in the dark void, Yu lost in the glaring light. Not sure if you noticed it.
I mean, they didn't really technically. It's, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just played on the table.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like in the fight field, I'm not so
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, so just to get so this is the first point. Second point is that throughout this fight, Yu Yu was portrayed as the light, while Zaxa was portrayed as the darkness. But towards the end, the roles were reversed. Zaxa became the light, and Yu Yu became the darkness. It was like Yu Yu wanted to save himself from this crazy world so badly that he acknowledged that he reached his hand back into the darkness.
Oh.
Cause yeah, you kind of have to admit it's kind of true though. Cause when he referenced it, and I actually have to reference this back to the previous Blue Dress season 3 episodes, correct? Wheel Dress
Wait.
season 3, correct? Wheel Dress season
Yeah.
3. So I had to reference back all to the Wheel Dress season 3, start of the Wheel Dress season 3 episode, and to the one where Danji versus Megumi fight.
Danji
And
versus.
during
Oh. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like the aftermath of it, and also the fight, and also the training episode where he Toya uh Toya and also shit, I'm forgetting the names already, man. I'm getting like low-key sleep deprived because I spent the whole entire afternoon taking a long nap today.
That's
And
fine.
like
It's fine.
so it's like Kim, Toya, Urara, and also oh my god, shit. I keep
I don't remember. I don't remember these. So.
no, like I had to re-portray that back because the first episode I remember he literally don't like Yu's vision of turning everybody into like clones of himself.
Oh.
That's one. And also like the fight where before Danji versus Megumi fight happened was because Yu said that he didn't want like everyone to be like uniformers where everyone is the same and don't have like their own individual fight style. And as I was to say, right, was that when I was watching it, he was trying to save Zaxa, but in actual reality, no, actually no, it was actually in the training episode where he was training against Danji. If you watch that, the amount of repeated fight he had just to beat Danji, he was just so like committed to
Yeah.
trying to be the big difference maker to seem to prove that his style can beat uniformers,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that I kind of noticed. I didn't really thought much of it until when I watched today's fight, and after reading that reviews that somebody posted on Twitter, it kind of makes sense. Yu Yu was really sort of like was just trying.
He was using his own playstyle to try and do what other people cannot.
Yeah.
He's trying to prove something up basically.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting in a way lah. Like sometimes it's interesting, but bygones be bygones. I think this episode was still poorly portrayed of how Yu Yu is being played.
Yeah.
I also do like that the animators did have like a purpose of it. Instead of making like Yu win this fight over Zaxa, I think it was Zaxa trying to show Yu
I
something
mean,
else.
yeah. I mean, also then again, if this one if Yu I'm pretty sure Yu win this. Like I'm pretty sure like the rest like after I'm pretty sure Yu wins this like after Raika's and Urara's fight. I'm pretty sure the ending will just be boring.
And that's true. So
Yeah.
yeah, kind of true. So yeah. Also another thing, I kind of very interested to see the fight that's coming out in the next few weeks is Raika versus Sophie.
Yeah.
That's the
That's the
one.
one I think we're all excited for.
And also
Our edge slot itself.
yeah, bro. Oh my god. And also another one is Urara versus the Eva user. I don't know how to spell her name. Oh, Halana Walker. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Urara versus Halana Walker. I could tell that. I don't know why, but if you watch like towards the end of season 2 episodes, you could tell how Urara was very affectionate to Halana.
Yep.
You could just tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess that's the topic we actually have discussed for Vanguard. I would say. Probably have a really relatively short podcast. Kind of a relatively short
Yeah.
Vanguard
We don't
podcast.
we didn't really like plan much for this one, honestly.
Yeah. But I actually do have something in mind to discuss. You want to talk about Overwatch?
Uh, sure.
Yeah, Overwatch. I've recently been playing Overwatch lately for some reason, but it's
Uh,
not so often. But like, it's just sometimes, right? But just want to say, Ilari is probably the worst support character design I've ever seen in the game.
oh yeah, like it's more, it's like as it's like a damage healer.
No, it's like Zen player's dream is like a Zen, but like
Yeah, yeah.
just explain to me like what are the developers doing? And also another thing that I don't really understand what the developers are still doing, right? Is that I think the one thing we can agree is that okay, I just want to ask you one important question. Of all the reworks in Overwatch history, which is probably the worst rework to a hero?
McCree.
No, in Overwatch 2, which is like the worst rework? Like a whole character design.
Oh. Like
Like the whole
not just
character.
ability, like the whole character
The,
itself.
the whole kit itself. Like which do you think is the worst kit? Because I just watched like an Overwatch League match just recently before this podcast, and I was like, bro, this hero needs. I don't know what you're gonna do with this hero, but I just don't want to see this hero in pro play. It's just so dishonest to play. It's such a dishonest hero to
Uh,
play. And I'm
sure.
pretty sure you already know what I'm saying. And I voiced this out so many freaking times to friends who play Overwatch with me, and I voiced
Oh,
them.
okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
For me, wow, actually very hard for me to think.
cause let's just be real. The Doom rework is good. Doomfist rework is
Oh,
good.
I don't give two shits about Doomfist. Like, can we not talk about him,
Like,
please?
yeah, sure. But in honesty, which is like the worst rework design you have seen in Overwatch 2 so far? Like character design.
Oh, oh God, this is hard. This is very hard for me, honestly.
Cause I saw this somebody tweeted this about LH Cloud. I saw this tweet from LH Cloudy. He said that of all the characters which like the worst like is that miserable to play in rank, right? The number one hero, right, that everybody hates to play right now in any game is Orisa. Definitely, and I remember, and I don't know why, but like I think when I was playing in rank, I will say this one thing. This is arguably, and I was watching Overwatch League yesterday, and I was watching Orisa being played in the pro games, right? In some of the matches that were being played, I'm like, this is one of the most reasons why you should nerf this character to the bloody ground because it is just so brainless to play. The character needs its
Oh, okay.
oh what's
No,
over what
nothing.
okay, so as I was saying, like, I think I don't know why, but people always saying that Orisa's such an easy character to counter with. You guys just need to focus the other teammates behind her. But like, bruh, motherfucker, bitch has like a fucking javelin that can spears you, and it's like a freaking spinny
There's a
thing that can push you into
key.
a weird wall, and like it has like the most broken like mitigation tank ability, which is far better than like any barriers in the fucking game, which is better
Yeah.
than a Zarya bubble, a Rhine shield, and a Winston bubble. Like, what the fuck, man? This character is just not. It's just like I've said this before, and I say this again, right? But like, dude, just I don't know what can you do to nerf this character? Just nerf the 45 mitigation, nerf. I don't know what you can do to nerf this character. Like, I just don't like playing against Orisa.
Reduce the timer for the
Yeah, that's
for the mitigation.
Yeah, but like even though when the Spotify they did in the new mid-season patch for season 6 competitive, they did admit that they reduced the mitigation, they upped the 45 time up period, but like I still think 45 you still need to hit that ability, man. That ability is just too broken right now.
Hmm.
And it's one of the most reasons that why people don't like playing against Orisa is that she is like okay, I'm not gonna say this, but like when I mentioned about Orisa rework, it kind of reminds me of a League of Legends champion that was just released this year, and I do say both of them are quite similar in its own. It are very similar in its own role, but like let me just discuss about Orisa meta first. So you have a tank that can do high damage, which has Terror Surge, by the way, one of the best zoning ultimates to cap points, and also like to round up a bunch of enemies if they don't have any cooldowns to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a javelin spear that can stun enemies who try to dive your backline. And you have like the javelin spin that fucking can push your enemy.
That just blocks almost every single attack that's not punches.
Yeah, that's true. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Only for my. I'm pretty sure only. I'm pretty sure up to this, there only Ramacha's punch can I go to it.
Ramacha's punches I think are the only ones that can
Yeah.
through, and also beams don't forget beams.
Oh yeah, it's the Zarya. Yeah.
Zarya's gonna try May beams are the only things that can go through with it. So yeah, I think it's just I don't know. Like, do you think her kid is just too simple it's just too simple to
It is too simple to play. It is too
yeah,
simple to play.
yeah, I will voice it out. I voice it out so many fucking times whenever I play ranks with my friends, with like a specific group of friends that I play Overwatch rank with, right? And I literally say, right, oh my fucking god, just please know this character the fucking round. I don't want to face this character. It's
Yeah.
such a dishonest character to play against, man. It's like
But
tank role that is you're meant to supposed to play are like the most like you're not playing any skills with it, not like your Zaryas, your Winstons, your Reinhardts and all these kind of things. And even your Doomfist and your Wrecking Balls also aren't even more viable because just like if you want to play this thing, you want to mirror them, don't no, you realize right, if you want to win, play this stupid character for freaking free RR. That's just too stupid, man. I don't understand it. Like just I don't like how one tank can just make this whole game miserable. Even for damage dealer players, right? I would admit playing damage into an Orisa that can just soak up every single thing is
yeah,
just miserable.
it's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will ask you this though.
Yeah, what is it?
You're going away from Orisa because I'm pretty sure we're done talking about her.
Yeah, sure.
Do you personally think that Kiriko's kid is broken still to this day?
Still this day, I will still think Shizu is still a big problem. Yes, I'll still say Shizu is still a big problem up to this day. There is nothing in this world you can convince me that Kiriko Shizu is the most biggest problem. Although I will do admit, like, I will do admit, like, Shizu being able to, like, anti-heal and at the same time, like, cleanse and also give yourself, like, protection, like, invulnerability for, like, a split 2 seconds, I will still say is one of the most annoying
No,
things
it's
to
not
play
2
around.
seconds. I think it's 1.5.
1.5 second, like giving that 1.5 second of like survivability,
Yeah.
like complete immortality makes a big difference because I think it was during the season 2 meta where I was playing Doomfist, right? By right where I was supposed to kill this one person, like I was supposed to kill this like at least one or two of them. Shizu just saves their entire ass.
Yeah. Because that one because the Shizu that 1 second the 1 second of invulnerability can not only like back off a bit, back
No,
a
it
team.
just turns,
Can,
no,
yeah,
it just turns
can
the
back
whole
a team
entire
and then can
fight.
heal also.
It just turns the whole team fight. It just turns the whole team fight
Yeah.
around. Like you're supposed to kill those guys, but in actuality, boom, cleanse and give like a couple of seconds of healing and then seconds of immortality, and you can't do anything, and you just die, and then you just feed. That's it.
Yeah, it's just like
I will still stand by it. I still think Shizu is strong. I still do think Shizu is one of the most is still an unbalanced kid. But I know the Blizzard did fix it. Like, I still don't think it's enough to fix it. I would still say. Like I don't know, like
I
the
see,
one
I see.
like literally. So what they did fix was that I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to the patch notes, but a few patches ago they did fix the Kiriko Shizu. Now it doesn't do knockback. Now instead of doing knockback, it gives you additional healing.
Which one?
The Shizu.
Oh.
No, it doesn't give knockback. So now it does healing.
Oh. Oh
Which I
yeah,
never-
oh yeah. Now I think about it,
I
yeah,
never really-
I did notice it.
I never noticed much of the knockback at all because I never did get
Yeah.
knockback by the ability at all. So
But I guess
yeah.
I guess the healing for Shizu is it's not bad actually.
But if you have to say the healing, if you have to keep the healing that has like it gives you like anti-heal and also like split second vulnerability, what will you remove from it? Because I will still remove either one of the invulnerability and the anti-cleanse because having like an ability that has like all three abilities in one ability is kind of broken. Not gonna lie, I'll still say it's broken. I will still stand by my word.
Honestly lah, I think I will keep the anti cleanse
Keep the anti-cleanse. Okay,
I'll keep the
agree.
anti cleanse because there's very few characters that can anti cleanse.
Zarya's bubble, not gonna. Zarya bubbles is
The
one.
only thing I can talk, yeah, Zar's bubble, Reaper's Wave, Moira's Fate.
Oh, by the way, do you actually? I still have another question to you. Do you think Warriors Kid needs a real fucking work?
If they're gonna win, what? No.
No, rework Moira's entire kit. Cause this is the one thing that I still hate about Overwatch.
Okay, wait. Bring it to the point. How would you rework Moira's kit?
How would I rework Moira's kit? Make her more of like a. Okay, okay, I remember this is what Semito's idea was when he was mentioning on how to rework Moira. Makes Moira healing to be more competitive with like Ana's healing. Like, okay, instead of having like a purple damage orb, make it more of like a purple orb to like use it to like reduce healing rate per second, something like that. Instead of just DPSing Moira every single game, because the one thing I hate about every single Moira player ever since Overwatch 2 started is DPS Moira players.
Oh.
And that is still my ultimate pet peeve up to this day. I fucking hate those players who just DPS Moiras, honestly
That's
speaking.
that's
I
that's true.
do
But
hate
most
it.
of the time, DPS Moivas, they're like kind of brain dead.
It's just such a brain. It's such a brain dead character. It's just such a brain dead
But you
hero.
usually win those Moira 1v1s like 90% of the time.
It's just so brain dead. It's just so
Yeah.
brain dead. Like the whole entire kit is just broken. I know in League of Legends there's like a character that is like even more broken than Moira, but like honestly, I haven't seen that character being played in pro play at all.
Uh.
Like in League of Legends, there's a character. And also speaking of like the Orisa thing, right? I was about to reference to you. There's this like a new champion. I was like, actually trying to reference to
Why?
you
Wait. Why
earlier.
is I talking about League?
No. So there's this like a character. His character design is sort of similar to Orisa in a way, and
Oh.
it is
Okay.
whine about it throughout the whole entire video. And it was actually his name is called Casante, and one of the pro players said this about Casante. This is what he said: Casante, a 4,700 HP character with 329 armor, 201 MR, unstoppable force, a shield that goes over walls, breaks, and has airborne cooldown is only 1 second too, and it costs 15 mana.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how freaking brain
Okay.
broken.
Well. Okay. Well.
That's how broken this character is. And yeah, people have been demanding Casante to be nerfed. Honestly speaking, Casante is just too broken in League.
Okay.
If
Well.
in
That's
the
that's
rank.
that's that's something, I guess.
Yeah, that's something. So you can see the difference. You can see the similarity between the two is
I
that
guess. I
one,
guess. Yeah.
both are tanky and both can do higher amounts of damage in team fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But Moira's, yeah, speaking of Moira's kit, I think you might need to rework Coalescence, I was just say. I think Coalescence as an alt is a big. I don't know how would you rework Moira though. That's the thing, cause
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No. Cause like.
it's just like the one of the only few characters up to this day, right? That I'm like, it's one of the only few players that I know that if you can't play Moira means you can't play any other support else because that support is so brainless to play. I'm just gonna say it right here
Yeah.
today. It's such a brainless support. Like even a monkey can play that support well. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because all you just do is just throw healing orb, your purple orb used to do damage, you throw your healing orb to do healing, and then you just throw your piss over everyone, and then you just do your purple beam to just like, I don't know, just to get your heal orb back, I guess. I don't know lah. I think Moira's kit was like, you think Moira's kit was a big failure when she was first released?
No.
No.
Honestly, no.
But it's just only in Overwatch 2, it just became
It's
pretty
just
just straight
yeah.
up.
It's just Overwatch 2. Overwatch 1 was not a problem.
Overwatch 1 was not a problem, it's just the Overwatch 2 right now is just...
It's Overwatch 2 that's a problem because of the one less thing.
Mm-hmm.
That one less thing makes Moira 2 DPSC.
2 DPSD and just doesn't care about healing
Yeah.
the other teammates. So yeah. Okay, I guess that's just I think that's the most fucked up thing about it. But yeah, I think that's just it. I guess like I don't know, like I feel like the Overwatch balance teams just I don't know, like I always feel like whenever I see like a big patch update, I don't know why, but like and when I saw they nerf Orisa, I don't know why I literally was like yelling in my sleep saying that yo, thank fucking god they nerfed this character to the fucking ground. But then when you watch the nerf, it's like it's nothing. It's such a paper thin nerf.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
It's
you know
nothing.
you want to add little things to spice up your food. It's nothing.
You're basically asking salt pay to hump your table,
Exactly. Yes.
which
Exactly.
is not a good feeling at all.
Yeah. No, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. Like I simply at this point I have zero hopes for Overwatch at this point. Like how the game balance is being
I mean,
designed,
this one
especially
you're just playing for you're only trying to play over because you want to have fun.
yeah, just to have fun, I guess. When you're just sick and tired of playing Apex or Valorant, you just play
Yeah.
Overwatch just to chill some steam off, I guess. Another thing about Overwatch that I did play one of the PvE missions, right? And holy fuck, PvE, they really just fucked up PvE. They honestly just fucked up PvE. I'm gonna
Is
be
it
honest with you.
wait? PV is on Steam, right?
No, it's in the game itself. They fucked up PvE quite
Oh.
bad. They fucked up PvE so hard. Like I was playing PvE mission with our friends, or with my friends and I. Like holy fuck, they actually fucked up the mission really hard.
It's only
I don't know, to be honest
I'm
with
pretty sure the
you.
PvE is only like what 30 minutes.
No, like I was playing this one of free-to-play PvE missions, and
Oh.
holy fuck, it took so long to play because we had like a AFK. We had a guy who just left the game in the middle of the game. Yeah.
Huh.
And then you know what, to substitute this, they add in an AI Lucio bot to play with us because apparently that guy, I think he doesn't like playing Lucio at all.
Oh.
Because the only champions that we were playing in the PvE missions that were available were Winston, Top, Tracer, and Lucio.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel, and also like the people who played the PvE mode, right? They even mentioned that it's actually not worth the $15 for it.
Oh.
It's not worth $15 for it because like at this point, might as well just make PvE free for everyone. Like honestly, just make
Yeah.
it free for everyone, man. Like stop just money hogging this whole entire shit. The battle pass is already like such a money hog, and
The
honest,
battle pass is a scam.
the battle pass is a scam compared to all the other battle pass. Like even Valorant and Fortnite battle passes slap Overwatch battle pass.
No, I honestly think the Fortnite Battle Pass has one of the best battle. Is one of the best
I
battle
was
pass
gonna say, yeah,
in the entire freaking game franchise.
yeah, I actually did see I've seen some of the Fortnite battle passes and they
Yeah.
always slap. They
Because
slap hard.
because you gain a profit if you buy the battle pass.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because if you buy the battle pass, you can buy the battle pass and you max out the whole thing. You basically can buy the next battle pass for free.
For the next season.
For the next season, you can just buy the battle pass immediately without even spending anything.
So it's basically
You only
just
need to spend like I swear to you, you only need to spend like $10 on one battle pass, and you
And then
can
you get
buy
the
up
next battle
the
pass
rest of
for
the
free.
and you can buy out the battle passes for your life.
Yeah, I think one of the big differences that why I think Overwatch has been surpassed by Fortnite and even Valorant for a certain
Yeah.
extent was like,
At one point in time,
think-
I was tempted to go back to Fortnite.
yeah, so I think in some point I think one of the reasons why Fortnite was actually much better than Overwatch, right? I think Muzak did this with a podcast with Nate Shot and Courage, the two co-owners of 100 Thieves Esports organization.
Yeah.
He did mention saying that Fortnite is a game where they are, I mean, at that point of time it was actually during 2020. He did mention that how to keep a game relevant is what Fortnite is very good at doing. For Overwatch, they didn't really do it so well with it.
Yeah.
And I think one of the good things that people have been saying that Valorant has surpassed Overwatch in so many different ways is that like they have a, I know the esports ecosystem isn't that good, but in terms of like game updates, right? The latest update we had, right, where Jet has been nerfed.
Oh, yeah, I heard about Jet Nerf.
Yeah, where she only have one updraft, her clouds mode, there's like the duration is shortened and the blade storm, the alt cost is increased by 1. It adds like a more variety of the duelist role.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And also like and also one of the few things I
I
like.
ever heard people saying that Raze will probably be one of the better duelists now.
Yeah, I think Race will be one of the better entry fraggers coming to the
And I think I think Yoru will be also.
Like, Yoru is a niche character, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yoru is a niche character.
Really? Have you ever seen a tag with Yoru?
I've seen Paper X run Yoru before, and I've seen teams run Yoru, but they only play Yoru on Vine.
Oh. No, you know there's a Yoru like a trickery that you don't know about this Yoru trickery that I seen a Yoru main do.
I've seen quite. I'm not too familiar with Yoru. The only one known Yoru player that I know that always plays Yoru in every map is actually Red, who is one of the top Radiant Yoru players I've seen in the NA servers. But I'm not too
I don't know
familiar
whether
with
it's
how
him,
Yoru...
but I seen this one Yoru player where like he fake clone.
Oh, I think that's Zip Type or Red. It's either one of these two
Yeah.
because both of them like to go for the fake clone strategy, and it always fucking
It always works. I don't understand how it works, but it just does.
It's so true. It's actually no. It's actually quite true. I did this once in unrated. Although it's not ranked, but you see what I mean, because like even if it's ranked or unrated, people always feel to admit that that's a fake clone.
Yeah. Like
It's
that's
so
a fake. Oh,
stupid.
that's a fake. Okay, well,
Fake
time to
clone.
one. Then you guys try. It's like what?
Yeah, I also think like one of the few reasons why Valorant is actually a much fun game to play compared to Overwatch, right, is that the map rework can sometimes feel much easier to play than Overwatch maps. Like
I don't know
honestly,
much. I never play much about. I never play much Valorant. I
no,
spend more time
like
on
I wanna
Apex.
be honest with you. I wanna be honest with you. Like Overwatch maps, like I think. Okay, let me ask you a big important question. What is the biggest failure maps in Overwatch so far?
Horizon of the Colony
Horizon and
and
I'll still say
Paris.
Paris. Yeah. Up until now, they haven't released any updates on these two maps.
No, I'm pretty sure they completely removed it.
Yeah, which is just like in the first fucking place, right? Horizon in the first place, right? My big question mark was just like, oh, what the fuck is this map in the first fucking place? Even though after the
You know
rework,
there was one match I played in Horizon that was just like, oh my god, there's like, oh my god, it's where that one match I won, but it was 7-6.
how?
I don't know. I was playing Reaper.
Mm.
I was playing that match. I was playing Reaper the whole time.
I also
and
want to
anyway,
admit, like,
and the entire and it went 7-6, and I was like, oh my god, fine, oh my, and then of course I was the 7. I was like, oh my god, finally it's over.
we
I'm
don't
pretty sure
need
that match
to.
went like 40 minutes.
I think in terms of one of the worst map designs, I think Horizon is just too defenders' favorite. Same
Yeah.
with Paris, but the downside with Paris is the respawn times is one of the ridiculous respawn times I've seen. No, respawn time for Paris is one of the
Oh.
ridiculous. Like, I had to rewatch like one of the defenders respawn. Defenders respawn for if you're defending A, it's so far away from B. Like you have to walk
Oh
all the way
yeah,
from the
it's so far. It's
spawn
so
to
far
there.
away.
Like it's so far away. Like what the fuck? In Valorant, the only issue with like map designs, I would say people had the problem with was Breeze at the start.
Oh,
Was
Breeze.
Breeze?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Breeze was like the one issue with Breeze, right? After
Wait,
this
Breeze
day,
is the ice map, right?
no, it's not. It's the beach map.
The
The
beach.
ice map we are talking about is Icebox.
Oh, ice ball. Wait,
So,
the beach. Okay, I know that one. I know that one.
so the problem with old Breeze that people didn't like about Breeze was that it was too
Big.
wide. I was gonna say it was
It's
too
too
wide.
big.
It's too big. And the one big problem with Breeze, right? Every single fucking time whenever I play rank, right, is we have nobody caring for mid and A horse.
Ah, yeah. No, cause mid is too big to cover.
No, mid, like, we have like no extra sentinel utility to cover mid, and
Oh, yeah.
like, and also another thing about
I
like, okay, so
honestly, I think Chamber's the best in them, just because of his sniper
no,
off.
but Chamber has been nerfed to the oblivion already.
Yeah,
He's
but I
nerfed
think
now, so
if I mean back then, Chamber was probably
back
the
then,
best.
like yeah, back then people were contemplating like in that meta for that specific meta where for the sentinel role, people were contemplating between Cypher or Chamber.
Um,
Because Cypher
yeah.
has two trips and also has a cam and also has his cages. Those were the good things about it. And also, I think I also want to give like another. I also want to make another statement is that with the new rework Breeze, I think it's actually a slightly better to play.
Oh, what's the new rework?
They remove A horse completely,
Oh,
and they reduce mid to only be able to attack from one side.
oh.
And they sort of fix B side and A side right now. Now A side you don't. Now the A side you know the two towers. Now you don't need to call like I can't remember what was the call out was, but people back then call it as TDs.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, now it's been cropped. Now you're only allowed to call it as crab or shrimp.
Oh,
And they remove A caves entirely.
oh,
Yeah, so right now it's just like a big like A shop right now, which is the thing. And they
oh.
also rework a little bit on B side. I wouldn't say the map is like how do I say? The map still it's not say it's not playable, but I do think it's not so like ridiculous to play. It's not so like annoying to play because one good news is that A halls you don't need to you can just fuck all about A halls already because that part of the map isn't really like a must to you don't need to waste like extra center utility. Now you can just carry the center utility on like A main or B main, that's it.
Yeah.
Or like A main
I
or
see. I
like
see. I
that's the
see.
good thing about it. The only issue I'll still say that the map still feels sometimes like a very RNG map to play. It's just teammates only.
Teammates has always been RNG since the beginning of time. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, that's true. I don't know what. Yeah, and also there's like a new map that was also released in Valorant, which is called Sunset. And Sunset, I still have no idea how the fuck to play around that map. I have
Wait,
no
Sunset
idea how
which
to
one?
play. The new map that was just released.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know that one
Yeah,
then.
I have no idea how to play around that map. I still need time to like figure out how to play that map because like I haven't had enough time to play it to understand what it does. So, but from playing deathmatch alone, I will say one thing.
Hmm?
It has too many corners to clear.
Yeah.
Too many corners to clear, which is something that I would say right, it can be pretty annoying to play against. So yeah. But
Oh.
honestly, I just want to see them release like I don't know, maybe just remove a sand and then I add icebox back into the game.
Oh yeah, Icebox was honestly not a bad map to play
It
against.
was not a bad map, but it's just too how do I say? I guess the meta for icebox just gotten too stale, I guess.
Hmm.
It's just gotten too stale, so yeah. But yeah, I think one of the good things compared to Valorant, right, is that you have like a semi. I think I'm not sure if you heard about this, but like Premier is now a thing for you to like you can actually go pro in Valorant for.
How?
So you just need to play in this Premier circuit system. Like so, this is what they also did in their League of Legends, right? They also in League of Legends, but for Premier, right, what you can do is that you can actually create your own team of 5
Mm-hmm.
and you need to play on the certain days. There'll be premier matches for you to play against other teams, and the duration hours I think it's like 1 or 2 hours of it. So you play against other teams. If you win, you get a certain number of points, and if you have like the highest points within your division rank, you will be qualified to playoffs and all that kind of thing. And they also have this new interesting path for where you can use this premier path to go into the tier to play in the tier 3, tier 2, and the tier 1 competitions of Valorant esports.
So it's basically like good stages, but in battle royale mode.
Not battle royale mode lah, but it's more like you are able to climb up into the tier, the Valorant eco tier rank system is.
Oh.
And this is the one thing that I remember a lot of Overwatch content creators are still pissed off to this day is that why don't we have this like mini competitive series where you get to band together to create like a
Yeah.
team of 5 6.
Is that but that's something that Fortnite been doing for a long time.
Yeah, I know, but like in Overwatch, everyone's been talking about it for
Yeah.
Overwatch. Valorant has it, but then like why doesn't Overwatch has it? You say you also mentioned Fortnite also does it also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like why did those two games have it and we don't? We are still stuck in this competitive 6v6, which is like obviously I don't know why, but like I feel Overwatch and League's competitive 6v6 is the most toxic thing to play for up to this day. Like honestly, I feel Overwatch competitive has just gotten even more toxic than I remember it used to be.
It's probably because of the rank system.
Yeah, and also just recently when I was playing with like I don't know why, but I feel right everybody is becoming such a fucking stats ND.
Yeah.
Like I feel everyone is like a stat ND for some reason. Like I don't know why. Cause recently when I was playing Overwatch with a friend of mine, we were
Mm-hmm.
playing both DPS and we were playing pretty well I would say, but my friend wasn't doing so well, but we still managed to win. And my friend she wasn't really known as a DPS player, but she tries to play what she can to like to make it work for the team. She tries to fuse what she can to make it work for the team.
Oh.
And one of the worst and what happened was that like she was playing Cassidy, but I remember that time she wasn't known for a Cassidy, but she can still make it work, I would say. And the Cassidy and two of my what was it, my support and my tank were calling her out for her low damage input. Like and I was like, bruh, I swear to God, everybody is just such a fucking no stats ND for no fucking reason.
It's just it's just to build that ego lah.
And by the way, they were playing support and tank, so
Oh, an even
wait,
easier role to play.
even easier road. I feel like, honestly speaking, let's just put this in a retrospect. Like, I feel DPS is just the hardest role to play right now in Overwatch 2. Like, just straight up,
It
it's just the
is. It
hardest
is.
role to
It
play
is. It
right
is.
now.
It is.
Like,
As a DPS main, I can fully understand.
and I also just have been transitioning to div. To whenever I play ranks, my friend, I've been transitioning to full time DPS, right? And I'll have to say one thing: this role just sucks ass. It's just so suck ass to
Who?
play. Like, DPS is such a suck ass role to play right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, I rather play like I don't know. I rather play like controller in Valorant rather than playing DPS in
Yeah.
playing DPS in like Overwatch
Yeah.
because I feel like you think DPS is like you play any other DPS, but then like you play any other DPS is like fine, but then like what's the main fucking point if you can't fucking shut down like the like I don't know, like supports are like I don't know, like I feel like supports right now are so hard to kill right now in this game. They're so hard to kill, especially Wife
Yeah, no,
Reaper. Back in
because of the self healing.
yeah, the self-healing effect and also like you can't assassinate, you can't add much harassment because of Ilari added into the game. I feel like Ilari is just such a
Yeah,
I don't know, like when I play test against when I was like whenever I try to go for assassination flanks with Sombra when you know you can just hack one target, you can just instantly burst them down immediately. Now you can't do that because of Ilari, the stupid like healing drone thingy that allows you to heal your
yeah,
allies, and also like Life Weaver got stupidly buffed to the point where he's just like I don't know, in any elo you play, it's just such a broken support to play, I would say. Especially the Tree of Life, which is such a fucking big high roll ultimate, I would say, in the game, which is like such a I don't know, it's just a very weird ulti to play around. It's just such a weird ultimate.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Overwatch in general is it's just at the best state right now.
I think it's an okay state, but like I still don't feel like I still don't feel like the fun I used to have back in 2017, 2018.
Yeah,
Like I didn't have that sense of accomplishment back in those days. Those were like probably the best. And I will still make my words. I think everyone will all agree with me. 2017, 2018 Overwatch. I mean, early 2018 all the way to May before Brick was released into the competitive pool. I'll still say those were the best times to play. Those are just the best time. Like you cannot change my opinion, but mark my words, pretty sure everyone will agree with me. 2017, 2018 era was probably the best era playing
yeah.
Overwatch.
The best was probably when World Q came out.
Nah, I don't. I think even before Roku came out, I don't think the game wasn't. I don't think Roku was in. I think Roku was a big problem because it had a lot more toxicity in the game. Or maybe it's just me, I guess.
It might be because I had no problem with World Q.
I had problems with Roku. I always have problems with Roku. I don't know why.
Mm,
I always have problems with Roku. I have no idea why also, but like yeah, I think it's just probably just me, I guess.
yeah,
I mean, I guess that's it for this podcast, I guess.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
because like
really
I
like
mean, there's not much topic for us to discuss. I mean, the next topic we're gonna discuss is probably like the set 13 reviews and what was set 13 card reviews and also like the ratings of where we think set 13 of how well the new support does for the new decks
yep,
and also like the additional reviews that Bushiroad is going to be releasing for the whole of the late of 2024 and early of 2025.
yep.
So see you guys
I will be getting my Jack Empire playset in 2 weeks.
So see you guys in October, which is like in 5 weeks time.
Which is like
4 to 5 weeks time,
yeah,
7th of October.
it's
Six.
four. It's four. It's four.
No, we're in
One.
September, bro.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, 4 weeks. So see you guys in four
I
weeks.
see 4 weeks. Why you think about when I say four?
No, sorry. I thought you were mentioning the date. My bad. So see you guys in 4 weeks.
Yeah. I have it. We'll see
Mm-hmm.
y'all next month.
See you guys next
Bye
month.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.